thank you for supporting Operation ABLE. For almost 40 years, we at ABLE say to our students, we see you, we celebrate you, we see your true grit, your emotional agility, your talent, and your passion to work. You, our students and clients, understand the unexpected trials and setbacks and disappointments that bring us to unemployment. A layoff, illness, divorce, domestic violence, incarceration, sexual abuse, military PTSD, addiction, homelessness, and more. Our federal and state governments, our employers, our corporate and individual donors, with our social partners, have organically and successfully come together to provide the resources for our job seekers to secure employment. Operation ABLE is needed, is successful, and is the very best at preparing job seekers for work. Because of you, we're able to fund our mission and train today's workers for tomorrow's economy.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, and thank you all for attending Operation ABLE's first ever virtual coffee event. My name is Lydia Greene, and I'm the chairperson of Operation ABLE's Board of Directors, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here with you this morning. Since 1982, Operation ABLE has been providing job seekers from economically, racially, and diverse backgrounds with training programs and employment services. Through the years, we've helped nearly 40,000 job seekers on their path to employment. This morning, we're gathered to give a salute to our event sponsors, our individual donors, and all of those supporters like you who've worked so hard during this difficult period to ensure continuity in Operation ABLE's programs, services, and support. I think, given the events of the last weekend and the social unrest is just another indicator that the importance of our work providing good, stable jobs, is one step that we can all support to ensure income equality and social justice for our communities. I also want to express support and admiration for ABLE's students, its employers and service provider partners, and most of all to our dedicated staff, all of whom have shown tremendous commitment and perseverance throughout this difficult period. To imagine that an organization like Operation ABLE can pick up and pivot and begin delivering programs on a virtual basis when many large for-profit organizations are struggling to do the same is just extraordinary to me. Most importantly this morning, we're so fortunate to be able to virtually welcome Governor Charlie Baker to our event and to thank him for his steady, thoughtful leadership during our moments of really extreme and extraordinary crisis. So, when we think about the unemployment crisis caused by the pandemic and the uncertainty of our future, our board really believes that ABLE's work is more important now than ever before, providing the computer training and job search skills job seekers need to get back on the path to employment. Since the stay-at-home request was issued in early March, the ABLE team has been working remotely, focused on its mission to support the job seeker community at large. It's really become imperative for them to find answers in the face of uncertainty, to transform their program delivery and adapt to meet these many new challenges we all face. Given the need for continued safety measures, the team continues to work every day, refining and improving processes, program delivery, technology utilization, and good old-fashioned one-on-one communication to better serve the needs of our program participants, our clients, and our employers. So this would be a great time right now to hear one of our students share their story regarding Operation ABLE support during the pandemic. Let's listen now.
Hi, I'm Nancy Baraklow. I participated in the first Donnelly group for medical office training. I learned about Operation ABLE on the Boston Public Library website. And when I saw it, I thought this is like the best place for me to start, because I had been a stay-at-home parent for a really long time, And even though I had good education and pretty decent job experiences, getting back into the workforce was just way too overwhelming for me. So when I heard about the opportunity free to me to basically go to school for 8 weeks and brush up on my Microsoft Office skills and learn some things that would add to my resume and make me marketable here in Boston in the vast medical community that we have, I thought, I have to do this. So from the very first day I came to Operation Able, I was so impressed with everyone there. They were so warm and so dedicated and were really, really smart. All of my teachers were experts at what they were teaching us, and they were experts at helping us recognize our strengths and apply them to our job search. We had great guest speakers. We had workshops for resume writing and interview skills, and the best part is that everyone there was really willing to take the time and meet with you one-on-one if you felt like you needed some extra help in one of those areas. Finally, everybody there was a great role model. They demonstrated their flexibility and their willingness to learn and their positive attitude. And those things really helped give me the confidence to try getting out there and getting a job. They say that luck happens when preparation meets opportunity, and I am very lucky right now to be working from home, helping to stop the spread of COVID-19 here in Massachusetts. I am absolutely certain that the guidance and support that I got at Operation Able helped me land this job.
What a great story and a wonderful example of the value Operation Able provides to the job seekers. Thank you, Nancy, for your kind words and your willingness to help us out with your video testimonial. For those of you who didn't get that reference she made to her job, Nancy's actually working as a contact tracer, one of Governor Baker's great efforts associated with defeating the coronavirus. So we greatly appreciate all your effort, Nancy, and congratulate you on your new job. In closing, I'd just like to express my sincere appreciation to all of our event sponsors. Your dollars provide scholarships for students like Nancy to participate in Operation Able's job readiness training programs, and we're all just so extremely grateful. Now it's my honor and my pleasure to introduce the real star of Operation Able, Marian Walsh, Operation Able's President and CEO.
Good morning. Thank you, Nancy, for all your efforts, and we have every expectation you're going to continue to soar. Thank you, Lydia, and thank you to each director who serves on the board of Operation Able. Thank you for the resources you raise and the guidance and expertise you provide to help us change the world for job seekers and employers alike. Thank you to each and every one for supporting Operation Able and joining us this morning. To each student, each client, each donor, each government partner, and nonprofit colleague, we say thank you for your commitment to Operation Able. As you probably realize, we planned and expected today to gather together in one room, specifically at the UMass Club in Boston. But the virus changed our plans, and we gathered together in one space. We want to welcome you and have you understand that we today are Operation Able Unplugged. Students previously enrolled in our on-the-ground Operation Able and then graduated from a remote learning Operation Able, they wrote, taped, and filmed their own testimonials for you this morning. Staff and faculty mobilized and created platforms and collaterals so we could gather and support job seekers and employers and students of Operation Able this morning. We are an organic, sincere, and authentic, but not yet expert organization in providing in-house videos. We also want to thank special partners and guests who are present here this morning. We want to thank Secretary Costa. We want to thank Secretary Chen. We want to thank and recognize Undersecretary Lipson. We also want to give a special salute and shout out to the former Secretary of Veteran Affairs under many, many governors and the recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor, Tom Kelly. Director Alice Sweeney, Commissioner Emily Shea, Director Andrea Burns, and our State Director for our Over 55 program, Olga Ulukova. Our President and CEO of Associated Industries, John Regan, and also we want to recognize the new president, welcome her and give her all of our support, the new president and CEO of Commonwealth Corporation, Christine Abrams. We also want to thank and recognize today in a very special way the former CEO of Operation Able for many years, Joan Cirillo. We want to recognize and thank these leaders for all they're doing for job seekers and employers throughout Massachusetts and beyond. We recognize that job seekers and employers are seeking to earn a living, to contribute and grow against almost all odds. This morning, first and foremost, we are grateful to be here, to be giving and serving job seekers and employers, and to be healthy to do so. Each of us has experienced loss in many ways during this pandemic. Loss of our job, perhaps a loved one, our relationship, our home, our identity, and perhaps our mental health and more. Yet today we can say, how can I help? What can I do to help? And there are so many ways that we can help. One, we can follow the guidelines provided by Governor Baker and his team, and we can be kind and optimistic and confident in our future, that we can rebuild and build better than before our relationships, our organizations, and our country. In preparing for our gathering today, I was reminded of a wonderful meeting that happened only a few years ago. And this meeting was between two of the most impactful spiritual and political leaders of our time, the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. They met to celebrate a special birthday and to explore joy and happiness. It was an international event. And while both men have known oppression, violence, discrimination, and despair, they are renowned as effective leaders in their nonviolent struggle for liberation and justice. At this meeting, they explained, no dark fate determines the future. We do. Each day and each moment, we are able to create and recreate our lives, the very quality of human life on our planet. This is indeed the power we yield. This power and this same energy established Operation Able almost 40 years ago, where we know that we create and recreate our own lives, and we remove barriers through our employment training and programs and individual job specialist services. We know too, because of you, our donors, our government partners, our nonprofit colleagues, that we have an 85% job placement rate. We know that because of you, your true grit, and your moral imagination, that our students and clients show that anything is possible with intention, support, courage, and expertise. At Operation Able, we report to you that the COVID-19 virus has changed us. It has challenged us. It has made us better people and a better nonprofit organization. We do not welcome this virus and the tragedy and grief it has ushered in. We do welcome this special opportunity to grow and overcome the obstacles that the virus brings, so we can serve even more job seekers and more employers better and literally wherever you are, anywhere in the world. On March 16th, 2020, we were an on-the-ground organization with 3 classrooms, a resource room, information sessions, quiet rooms, conference rooms, and cubicles. And today, we are in your kitchen, the boardroom, the food pantry, the shelter, and the rooming house. Since the virus, we have graduated 3 classes and have commenced 3 more. Many individual job seekers have received services and are on their path to employment. This event this morning is a testament to your human spirit, to each of you, to each and every one of you. What attracted me to serve as the president and CEO of Operation Able was many, many things. Perhaps most important among them was its commitment to economic and social justice. I'm reminded about Senator Hubert Humphrey when he said, the most important social program is a job. A job changes everything. A government that cannot sustain an economy and provide jobs cannot last and does not last. Operation Able chooses to be in a very important space. It chooses to remove barriers to employment through training, education, and coaching. If you can look forward, work hard, and believe in yourself, you will graduate from Operation Able and you will find employment. Operation Able is a critical partner in economic and social justice and always has been. Our form of government is a democracy, and it is the oldest enduring democracy with a constitution in the history of the world. Yet, our constitution does not protect all of our people. I can't breathe. When George Floyd can't breathe, we can't breathe. A few days ago, a half mile from Operation Able on Portland Street in Boston, thousands and thousands of Americans peacefully marched to the State House, the largest crowd ever viewed, observed, and participated in. And they marched to Beacon Hill. They wore masks. They had no speaking program, and they stood in solidarity with George Floyd. We at Operation Able and each of us here today are not going back. We're not going back to the rationalization, the denial, or ignoring the murder of George Floyd. He was handcuffed and held down by 4 police officers for almost 8 minutes while he said, I can't breathe. What happened to George Floyd has occurred over and over again. And we are perhaps now at that sacred tipping point where a real honest change has happened in the hearts and minds of millions of Americans. And this is why we march. It is no doubt exactly what happened when those 56 colonists signed that letter to King George, and that letter changed the world. That letter is called the Declaration of Independence. The equality and freedom and justice we sought from England caused the American Revolution. As a result, many Americans and immigrants have since experienced the highest level of social and economic justice ever encountered in human history. But not everyone. And until everyone does, we cannot breathe. We can no longer accept and live with the reality that racism denies to some of us equality, dignity, and justice. Because we are inherently one people from many shores. When laws and culture denies the core humanity and dignity of another person, we can't breathe. Let us remember that in 1782, then a new country without a federal government or yet a constitution and a new Congress, we enacted a law, e pluribus unum, out of many, one. This principle remains on the seal of the United States and on our currency. It remains the motto of the United States. We are a self-governed people. It is up to us to achieve economic justice and social justice and dignity for each person, because white silence is violence. We can make our voice heard, and we are making our voice heard. Operation Able is a very special and important place, and we are needed now more than ever for economic and social justice. However, each of us is needed too, more than ever, to speak up and be informed and vote. We are absolutely up to this correction, which is so long overdue, and let us not make it any longer. We at Operation Able and the Board of Directors want to thank you for your citizenship and thank you for your support of job seekers and employers and of Operation Able. and we ask you to consider that no dark fate determines the future. We do. Many of our students and our clients have navigated these troubled waters for a long time. And because of their partnership with Operation Able, their incredible inner strength and their resilience, we have had so many people contribute more and more to America and to our economy. And among them is an outstanding young woman, and she began in February at Operation Able, and she started in our Skills to Work medical office training program on the ground in a classroom, and she graduated in May, completing our 12-week, Monday through Friday, 6 hours a day protocol. Let's hear now from Operation Able's own.
Hi, my name is Christine Diggs. I just completed the Skills to Work program at Operation Able. And the reason why I reached out to Operation Able is because I wanted to refresh my computer skills and have my resume updated to learn how to set it up much better. The last day of actually being at Operation Able before the coronavirus shut down, it was very exciting time because everyone was rushing around trying to figure out how are we going to transition to online coursework. And in any event, Bob Shervin, the teacher of Skills to Work, she gave me a USB flash drive so that I was able to download the manuals and the demo files so I'd be able to continue on with the class. So from home, we did the conference calls and followed along, all of us students, we followed along at our computers, and it was a great experience. It's a great experience, and I'm so happy I completed the program. The staff that I did meet in person, they were very, very nice, very understanding and supportive, asking me what my needs were, where do I fit in the whole process. And it seems like at Operation Able, there's something for everybody, in terms of a job seeker. They just have so much support and expertise. I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward to my future now. I feel like I have a whole new set of new skills in MS Microsoft Office Suite 2016. I've met some great people, and I'm looking forward to meeting them in person someday again. In any event, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Christine. And thank you to the staff and the donors that make all of this so possible. We know that we have a bright future, and we know it is up to us, and we know we will do what needs to be done. And we also know that we have had the great leadership and example of our Governor, Charlie Baker, who had accepted some time ago to be our keynote speaker at the UMass Boston Club in downtown Boston on this day at this hour. And we also know that the virus visited us, and enough said, the world has changed. However, Governor Baker's already strong support to job seekers and employers has redoubled. And we want to thank Governor Baker and his team, and each of you, for following his guidelines. Governor Baker is often remarked to be the most popular governor in America. It is an incredibly interesting and powerful title. However, we know here in Massachusetts and in New Hampshire, where Operation Able serves, that he is also the most effective and thoughtful leader, especially during this pandemic. He has also been for us, during COVID-19 and after COVID-19, a person who has been able to offer us information, facts, inspiration, calm, order. He recognizes that all of us want to be healthy and want to have a strong economy. And we know that we will one day have both, and have them as soon as possible because of the remarkable leadership of Governor Charlie Baker. So let us hear from the governor, who a few days ago was able to tape for us a message for each of you in support of Operation Able. Thank you, Governor Baker.
Hey everybody, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker here, coming at you virtual. Not exactly what we all expected, but I think for many of us, the past 10 weeks have been a real eye-opener with respect to how many things you can do when you're not in the same room with somebody else. Operation Able is a great example of that. It's an organization that's been working with people for years and years to help them better their skills and advance their careers. And here we have a unique circumstance in which everything changed with respect to the way Operation Able operates, and Operation Able changed and managed to figure out a way to create video platforms and online learning and all kinds of ways for people to connect and engage and find a path forward. And it's a real tribute to Marian Walsh and to Lydia Greene and to the rest of the team there that they've managed to flip the switch and find a way to continue to stay involved with all of you as they move forward and you move forward with them. Let's hope by next year we can get back to something that looks a little more like a new normal and a little less like what we're all dealing with today. But I gotta say, on behalf of the Commonwealth, thank you so much to all the folks at Operation Able for what you've been able to accomplish in very difficult circumstances, and to all the students and the graduates and those who are moving on with respect to their careers. Thanks for hanging in there, being diligent, determined, and getting it done. Take care.
Thank you, Governor Baker, and thank you to your whole administration, especially those who work for the seniors, the Secretary of Elder Affairs, and the Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development. We can't thank you enough for the strong partner you are, the leader you are, that helps us help more job seekers and more employers. We have at Operation Able so many partners. We have so many talented people who provide us with their expertise and their leadership. And we have a great collaboration of employers, and we call the Employer Advisory Council. The Employer Advisory Council meets every other month at Operation Able at around 7:45 in the morning on a Wednesday. And they are there to listen and audition Operation Able clients and students and help them be able to present themselves so they can even be more prepared for their next employment. Among them is a very special leader named Chad Carter, and he has served at Operation Able for almost 10 years, and he has served as a distinguished leader in human resources. Allow me to present to you Chad Carter.
Hi, my name is Chad Carter, and I'm the Director of Talent Acquisition at Boston Medical Center. I've been a member of the Employer Advisory Council at Operation Able for over 7 years. Participating with Operation Able has been rewarding in so many ways, as it gives us an opportunity to be in tune with the conditions of labor currents through the lives and narratives of incredibly talented people who are re-entering the job market. Beyond being able to help those who are seeking employment by coaching and giving tips, BMC has profited by the Operation Able's qualified candidates for internships and full-time employment. The Employer Advisory Council meets regularly to assist job seekers through mock interviews and coaching sessions, which make a tremendous impact in one very important element, the job interview. By putting candidates at ease and giving them practical advice, one can see how candidates are given a boost of confidence and a greater sense of hope. Importantly to the council members, it brings the experience of a job seeker home so that we are able to adjust to the ever-growing array of talented job seekers. In many ways, though the job seekers are assisted in their meetings and advice by the council, the members of the Employer Advisory Council are very grateful that we get to play a part in an impactful time in a mature job seeker's life.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you very, very much. Well, as you can see, Operation Able has been blessed with so much talent and expertise. We have board of directors who are accomplished in their own chosen field, who have a strong sense of community and make Massachusetts and beyond a healthier place. Among them is our Vice Chair of the Board of Directors, Steve Taranto, who is Director of Human Resources at Mass General Hospital. Mass General Hospital is a valued partner to Operation Able for many reasons, but we also want to recognize that they are right now working so hard, so competently, so creatively to help us find a vaccine for COVID-19. And while that is happening, they're providing excellence in healthcare to those who have the COVID virus. And we are so blessed to be able to have, as our Vice Chair of the Board of Directors for Operation Able, Mr. Steve Taranto. Steve.
Thank you, Marian, and good morning to everybody who's out there today in virtual land. It is truly an honor to serve as the Vice Chair of the Board of Operation Able. I first became aware of Operation Able in the late 1980s. I was working as a recruiter for a large bank, was very happy to have the connection with Operation Able and the opportunity to provide job opportunities to incredibly qualified, trained candidates. The bank is no longer here, but Operation Able is. Operation Able doors and virtual doors have remained open. They've been leading the way, providing employment and training opportunities to job seekers with a special focus on individuals of diverse and economically challenged backgrounds. That's why Mass General Hospital is proud to be a friend and partner to Operation Able. With their help, we've hired dozens of qualified candidates. Prior to COVID-19, it could take over a year for an older worker to get back to work after a job loss or when attempting to return to the workforce after a significant absence. Newly released data from the Department of Labor tells us 38,000 Massachusetts unemployment claims were filed just 2 weeks ago. That brings the state's 9-week total to over 864,000 claims. April's unemployment rate increased by over 12%, elevating Massachusetts' unemployment rate to 15.1%. That's the highest it's been since 1982. With such incredible records of unemployment, all job seekers now face even greater challenges than what were existing prior to COVID-19. They need Operation Able, employers need Operation Able, and you need Operation Able. Operation Able's advocacy and support while assisting unemployed workers and those seeking to build skills has resulted in successful outcomes for the Operation Able students and employers alike. In addition to empowering job seekers, Operation Able provides employers with much needed workforce readiness training programs for their underskilled workforce members. Operation Able's success equals your success, resulting in employment, job satisfaction, and productive workforce members. As Marian and her team know, I always say, Operation Able students are well prepared and motivated, proud of what they have learned, and eager to bring their new skills and life experience to work. Before I introduce you to one of Operation Able's recent students, Irene Gordon, I'd like to tell you a few things about her. Irene is a graduate of the Medical Office Training Program that was held starting in February, shortly before COVID-19. That program continued until just a few weeks ago, and she graduated in May. She excelled in all of her classwork and her assignments as well, and is about to begin an internship with Catholic Charities in Dorchester. For over 100 years, Catholic Charities has been one of the largest providers of social services in Massachusetts. They offer over 70 programs in 23 locations around Eastern Mass, and they, like Operation Able, help thousands of people each year. Catholic Charities and Irene Gordon, another terrific placement thanks to Operation Able. Now, let's hear from Irene.
Hi, my name's Irene Gordon, and I'm a student at Operation Able in the Medical Office Training Program. I have learned that Operation Able provides training and assistance to people who are 55 and over so they can return to the workforce. I've since discovered not only do they provide this, they also give you back your self-worth, self-confidence, and motivation to return to the workforce and support for community values. I'm a 64-year-old woman with an associate's degree in the medical field. I've been looking for employment for 5 years without success. I'm not being able to get hired. I've lost self-confidence and hope. I enrolled in Operation Able's Medical Office Training Program several weeks ago. My fellow classmates and I have since learned 2016 Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint, as well as medical terminology and electronic health records. This makes us so much more marketable for employment. Participating in this program makes me feel like I want to set out and try again to be employed instead of giving up. I love coming to class. The teachers make you want to learn more and then learn more again. We have classes Monday through Thursday. Due to the coronavirus, we've been training at home. We've been working remotely with conference calls, Zoom, that Operation has provided for us. This is also so we can continue to learn and train without losing any time. When we were in class, Operation ABLE provided us with human resource representatives from different companies to come in and inform us of job opportunities and advice on how to apply. This gives us a lot of hope. Without the help of Operation ABLE's training program, I'm convinced my job prospects would have been dim. Participating in the program has helped me regain my confidence and makes me feel that I want to set out and try to be employed. Thank you.
Thank you, Irene, and we all wish you the very best in your new position. And thank you, Marian, Lydia, Governor Baker, and to all of our participants this morning, and to everyone who helped put this morning's terrific event together. As we move forward through this pandemic and the ongoing recovery period, all of us have experienced personal and professional challenges that we have never known before. Like us, thousands of individuals are also facing such challenges, and in addition, many are seeking to gain new skills and job opportunities. That's why this year, perhaps more than any year, we need Operation ABLE. We need their incredible staff. We need their mission to thrive. We need their skills, services, and commitment. And we need your commitment. Your support is essential to Operation ABLE's success. Please go to our website, make a donation, call a friend, call a colleague. Thank you. Have an awesome day and be safe.